Well, guess what? Morgan Stanley very recently just came out and said they believe that their clients should have a 4% allocation. Now they said crypto, but one other thing I find interesting on that, the mainstream is picking it up, and this really actually kind of really impacted me because I have a couple of the gym I work out at has a couple of Morgan Stanley brokers there, and they've been shitting on me for years. They don't believe any of my crap. Why don't you just buy the S&P? They've been telling them, and they drive Mercedes, they drive high-end Mercedes, and why don't you just buy the S&P 500? We've been telling our clients to buy the dip since '08. We've made them a fortune, Mag 7, blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? Morgan Stanley very recently just came out and said they believe that their clients should have a 4% allocation. Now they said crypto. Hopefully they meant Bitcoin. But I mean, that's a sea change. I mean, there was a time when you as a Morgan Stanley broker, you couldn't even recommend, well, you couldn't even sell it unsolicited. Then they say, well, if the client wants it, we'll sell it to them, an ETF. And then they got to the point where they could allow them to solicit and say, hey, you should think about this. And now the chief strategist is saying 4% is a good starting allocation. Wow.
Not to interrupt, and to add to that, they announced spot Bitcoin and Ethereum and a few asset trading would come next year in Q2, and they just moved that up to this week.
Right. Oh, is that right? Yeah. So
yeah, I think October.